The disciplinary process. This is something that you're all going to have to memorize in order, and that is the complaint, the investigation, probable cause panel, administrative complaint, the formal or informal hearing, the recommended order, the final order, and the appeal. The complaint. This has to be filed against the licensee, and it has to show that it's legally sufficient. That means some law has been violated. Typically, it's Florida real estate law. It has to be some rule by the Florida Real Estate Commission, or it could even be the rules of the DBPR. The investigation. Once the complaint has been determined to be legally sufficient, there's going to be an investigation. The investigator is going to gather as much information as possible to make some determinations and to file a report. Once they prepare that investigative report, it's going to be delivered to the chairperson. Once the report is complete, it's going to be filed with the chairperson of the Florida Real Estate Commission. Probable cause panel. Once the chair of the Florida Real Estate Commission has received the investigative report, they're going to appoint 2 members of the Florida Real Estate Commission. One of the members has to be a licensee member, and the other has to be an active member. And these 2 individuals are going to decide the extent of probable cause. Administrative complaint. Once the probable cause panel has determined that probable cause does exist, that information is going to be turned over to the attorneys with the Department of Business and Professional Regulation. And they're going to serve this against the licensee. At that point, the licensee becomes the respondent. The respondent will have 20 days to either agree or disagree with those charges. If they agree with the charges, there's going to be an informal conference. If they disagree with the charges, there'll be a formal hearing. Formal hearing. This is like a trial, kind of like Perry Mason. There's going to be an administrative law judge that will preside. The administrative law judge has the ability to issue subpoenas, and everybody can be represented in this case. Once it's over, the administrative law judge is going to prepare a recommended order and deliver that to the Florida Real Estate Commission. The final order. The remaining members of the Florida Real Estate Commission that did not serve on the probable cause panel are going to sit in judgment now, and they're going to make a final decision on the case. Once the final order comes down, that final order will not take effect for 30 days. Appeal to the final order. They have to file an appeal to the District Courts of Appeal within 30 days. They also can file for supersedious, which is a stay of the final order until the hearing is over with. Florida Real Estate Commission discipline. FREC can do several things to a licensee. They can suspend a license up to 10 years. They can fine the individual up to $5,000. They can issue a citation for some minor infraction, place you on probation, or revoke the license. And remember that revocation is permanent.